WrestleMania Night 2 is finally in the books, and what a night. And speaking of night, I got to get up early in the morning, so I'm going to do a quick review of everything that we saw. But before I get started, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into this. So to start off the show, we had the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Now, before we get into the match itself, I was a little bit confused as to what was going on at Seth Rollins' entrance. I guess it's on brand for him because it was kind of interesting. It looked like an Alice in Wonderland ritual or something like that. It was really colorful, but I was confused on what was going on there, and I feel like if I knew what this was or what this was based off of, I probably would like it a lot more. I didn't hate it, I just didn't get it, but I guess it makes sense because Seth Rollins, the way he dressed is kind of weird, so that's kind of on brand for him. And Drew McIntyre's entrance was really cool with the whole Scottish theme and people standing out there with a sword, but the match itself was really, really good. I like the fact when the bell rung, Drew McIntyre was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna wait. The first 3 seconds of this match, I'm taking his title. Soon as the bell hit, he hit Seth Rollins with the Claymore, tried to pin him, but couldn't finish him there. But the match itself was really, really good. Another great opening for WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre ended up winning against Seth Rollins. A predictable finish, but as I said in previous videos, predictable doesn't always mean bad. As long as it makes sense, I'm fine with predictable happening. Now, the surprising part was when Drew McIntyre won that title, and stupid on his part, he went out to the commentary table to troll CM Punk, and CM Punk was like, you know what, I'm getting tired of this. He was like, I'm taking the suit jacket off, I'm hitting you with the brace on my arm, and then out comes Damian Priest with the Money in the Bank briefcase, cashed it in, and took the title from Drew McIntyre. Gotta be one of the shortest title runs in WWE history. Definitely gotta be shorter than Finn Balor. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with Damian Priest. I'm wondering if this means that Drew McIntyre didn't sign his contract yet. I'm kind of interested in what this means next. And one thing that I love to see was the meme that CM Punk posted, because all those times that Drew McIntyre was trolling CM Punk with that whole theme with the guy pointing at the tombstone, CM Punk posted that same meme with his face on the guy pointing at the tombstone, and the tombstone having Drew McIntyre's face on it. I thought that was really hilarious. So I'm really interested to see what they'll do next. So the next match on the card was the Philadelphia Street Fight between the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley versus the Final Testament. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, although I had some fun with this match, it felt like a glorified SmackDown match in my personal opinion, which isn't a bad thing, but the only thing that made it feel like it was a little bit more was the fact that we got a special guest referee in Bubba Ray Dudley, and I was happy to see him. I don't care if he was a referee or a custodian, I don't care if he was passing out cheese and crackers backstage. The fact that he was on camera at WrestleMania just made all the nostalgic vibes come up. And when I saw him take his glasses out, when Karrion Kross was talking his stuff, and he had the glasses with the tape in the middle, and he put them on, I was like, yo, WWE, with all the ECW references, they are on fire, and I love every second of it. They even got me to the point of wondering if maybe, just maybe, when Karrion Kross was in Bubba's face, if Devon Dudley could come out and help him 3D Karrion Kross through the table. I know that's a lot to ask for. I was just wondering. But I thought it was pretty cool when the Street Profits did a lot of the 3D references, especially when Angelo Dawkins went on the top of the turnbuckle and did the was I and things like that. I thought it was a really, really fun match. But at the end of the day, I thought it was just decent. It wasn't the worst match on the card this weekend, but it was a pretty decent match. I'd rather have that card there than another pretty bad or mediocre match in my personal opinion. So the next match we had on the card was a singles match between AJ Styles and LA Knight. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've been loving this feud. This feud has been personal since day one. Everywhere they go, it's been on site at WWE World in front of AJ Styles' house, and the list goes on and on. Now, this match was pretty good, and you can't have a bad match with AJ Styles. It is really, really hard to do, but I love the fact that LA Knight finally got a match at WrestleMania, that he actually got to win against someone like AJ Styles, and AJ Styles didn't necessarily need the win. And he came out with a brand new theme song. I thought it was pretty decent. I didn't like it as much as I liked his original theme song, but maybe over time it'll grow on me. It makes sense because this is his heel persona, so he needs a different theme song, but we'll see how that works. But overall, I thought the match was pretty good. So next we had a triple threat match for the United States Championship, and that was between Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. And I already knew when this match was announced, this match was going to be a banger, and yes, that it was. I mean, WWE has been killing it with triple threat matches. We saw what happened at Stand and Deliver, and this match right here at this point, when I was watching the show, this was match of the night at that point, and we had some great spots, from Kevin Owens trying to pull off a pop-up powerbomb on Randy Orton and Randy reversing it into an RKO. That was amazing. Logan Paul's frog splash, that looked beautiful in the sky. The crazy spot where I Show Speed was the person in the Prime costume, which is like, okay, I guess the person in the Prime bottle is going to be a random YouTuber every time, but I thought it was hilarious when Randy Orton barked in his face before giving him an RKO on the table, because we all know that I Show Speed always barks at people. But at the end of the day, this match was fantastic. I loved every second of it, and I don't know, I don't have anything bad to say. The next match on the card was the WWE Women's Championship match between Io Sky and Bayley. And before we talk about the match itself, let's talk about Bayley's entrance, okay? With the Egyptian theme, with the wings on and the gold, all that stuff, it was amazing. And the match itself, it was fun to watch. I liked it. I loved the fact that Bayley won. I think we all knew this was going to happen. It was pretty predictable, but I'm not saying that in the negative way. I think it was predictable, but sometimes it's a good thing when the predictable thing happened. And I'm happy that the predictable thing happened here, that Bayley finally got the opportunity to have a WrestleMania moment. And I'm so happy for her. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with her next. So the main event of WrestleMania 40 Night 2 was amazing. One of my favorite main events of all time. I'm not saying this as a prisoner of the moment. I watch a ton of WrestleMania, but this is definitely up there as one of my favorite. The match between the Super Saiyan Pastor Cody Rhodes versus the Tribal Chief in Roman Reigns. This match was so good. But before we get into the match, let's talk about the entrance first. Cody Rhodes coming out with the skull on his face, with the red, white, and blue, with the double gold eagles on his shoulder. When you get double eagle Cody, you know he's going to be hard to kill. And Roman Reigns came out with the orchestras, with the cellos and the oboes and the trumpets and the choir, and all. It felt like a final battle. And this match, as opposed to the match last night, started off pretty fast. Now, I still like the match last night. I thought it was really good, but this match started off pretty fast. We got to what we need to get to, and all the people getting involved in this because it was the Bloodline rule, I thought it was pretty interesting. Now, we all knew that CM Punk had a high percentage of being there because we saw that truck that was lit up at the Allstate Arena when The Rock was beating up Cody Rhodes. He definitely showed up. I thought that was cool when he came in and gave the attitude adjustment to Solo Sikoa, but eventually got rock bottom by The Rock when they had that standoff in the middle of the ring. And it was a huge surprise to see Undertaker show up in the ring and choke slam The Rock. I thought that was cool to see Jey Uso spear Jimmy Uso off the stage into the ground. I thought that was really cool. And it was just so many things happening here. And it made this match so good and a huge match. I was happy for the people in Philadelphia that they got to experience this in person. And I can't even say enough about this match. And it's supposed to be a quick review, so I'm not going to deep dive into the match. But overall, this match, really, really good. What a way to end WrestleMania. It's, oh my God, really good. But at the end of the day, what do you guys think? Did you guys like this year of WrestleMania? Did you like night 1 or night 2? Let me know in the comment section. If you were there in person, how cold was it out there tonight? Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate this. Salute, peace, have a good day.